Ah,
Hello,
hello, Meysam.
how are you, Mr. Amin? I'm
Hello,
pretty
Miss.
good.
Of the gen Instagram.
Can you speak louder?
Of course, let me bring my hands free right now.
Why are you thinking? Uh, my colleague said that for me, almost all of us are. Oh, we chase after the perfection that we will never get.
Meysam, let me show you something funny.
So that it makes us unhappy as we don't attain. Nice,
Meysam,
brilliant,
I want to
brilliant.
show you funny. This is my Tangled hands free. I put it I put it straight on the table, but it is tangled. Why?
Yeah, I mean it's always like that.
Yeah,
Always like that.
yeah, exactly. And now I have spent my whole life untangling. What am I do, man?
While you're doing that, again,
Man,
and this I like your
and you
opinion, teacher. Thank
request right
you.
now. Tangle it
I
because
like Ali's opinion. It is something that we learn. Yeah. Hmm.
I can't afford this. Well,
Imposed on us, and we feel like we have to be perfect. Otherwise, we won't survive. Hmm.
okay.
Who knows? But possible. What you said is possible. I mean, it is really deep.
So you voice now?
Do you have my voice now?
Oh, it's retesting.
Yes. Your voice is really clear now.
Remember this one with this socket. Okay.
Hmm.
How's it going, man?
Going is stable. Thanks. Thanks for asking. What about you?
You're one of the gentlemen of Instagram.
Really?
Whenever I see you're like the Pacific Ocean, calm, kind.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you. I'm perfect.
Actually, I haven't talked to you in person, but I witnessed your posts. Not necessarily your lives with others, but
Yeah,
I am following your posts actually. They're really cool. Uh,
thank you.
because you know what? First of all, only a teacher can understand another teacher.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know how much time, how much effort you put on those content. It is not easy. Even those animations that you created. I mean, that is awesome, man. Awesome.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much, man. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
So, uh, what is the title? Teacher Meysam sent me. Okay, let's have a conversation.
Conversation, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, because who says that teachers should only teach? I believe that teachers can also learn, and
Exactly.
that is why I like this platform because Instagram, let's say, which is so popular apparently, gave us this chance to communicate and to learn from one another. Am I correct?
That is, yeah, very true. Teachers have to be first learners. I
Yeah.
always, tell the colleagues I have, I say, learn, do, teach. Don't teach the things you haven't learned yourself. Don't do this. Don't, teach the things you haven't practiced yourself. First,
Hmm.
you have to, swim. You become wet, and then you can, tell other people to swim and go into that water.
Exactly. Exactly. Apart from that, actually, what I meant was not about English that we have to teach. I mean, self improvement or development, whatever.
Exactly.
I
Very
was
true.
talking
Yeah.
about this. Yeah, yeah. That is why basically, and let's say recently, I decided to how can I say to talk about some challenging topics. But it doesn't mean that I know the answers. I just want to uh, I mean, pose the question so that we can talk. May I
Yeah,
proceed?
of course.
Okay. Let's say, are there limitations on free speech?
Um, Free speech.
Mhm.
The main question is why free speech, and what is the purpose of freedom?
Okay, great. Okay,
I
let's
mean,
open it.
yeah,
Mhm.
freedom for nothing is nothing. Freedom for
Okay.
something is something. It may be something, it may be everything. I mean, uh, the purpose behind that, that square around it is determined by the why and how big the why is. I mean, for
Okay.
example, one country want to solve a lot of problems, so the freedoms have to be the freedom have,
Mhm.
has to be large enough to let everyone talk. Because, for example, Iran. I mean, majority of people have to participate in freedom, but just some
Minority. Mhm.
minorities, have the freedom to talk. And I don't think
Okay.
it's a good way to, yeah, present people.
Mhm. Okay, but apart from Iran, let's talk in general. Let's say in other countries. What do you think about it? Do you have
I
any
would
opinion?
say,
Do you
you
think that
know,
there is the free speech in the whole world?
okay, so, uh, you know, about the entity of freedom,
Mm-hmm.
this freedom is the answer. It is like the knife, it can save people and it can kill people. This
Mm-hmm.
freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like money.
Okay.
It brings
Okay.
power. It brings
Okay.
power. It brings some ER at the end of the personality traits people have.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is kind, money will make them kinder. If someone
Mm-hmm.
is cruel, the money, will make them more cruel.
Mm-hmm. Can
Crueler.
actually,
Yeah,
not
can
necessarily, but I think can
of
make
course
those people kinder or
exactly.
crueler. Yes.
And strategically, this freedom will help a lot of people to solve their problems. As I said,
Mm-hmm.
based on how big their
Mm-hmm.
why is. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't say which country has to do what, because each country in the world has to decide for themselves, because they themselves know what to do. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
said it when you started a life. You said that teachers understand teachers, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that country understand that country,
Okay.
and they know how vast a freedom should be.
Nice, nice, nice approach. I like that. And what about the, let's say, freedom in conveying the message, like in terms of mm, books or let's say cinema or just public speaking? Do you think that there is someone who can freely uh, convey his messages or her messages? Do you
The
know
books,
someone like that?
the books I have read. Actually, 2 years ago, I read 25,000 pages, and the books
Hmm.
I read, I didn't notice anything that much out of the box. I mean,
Hmm.
some of them were out of the box because I thought so. Let me tell you something interesting, Meysam. Nothing is out of the box. We are in the box.
Okay,
I mean,
I like that.
uh, yeah, nothing is out of the box. We people have to limit ourselves. Uh, and when we understand that there is something useful, there is something knowledgeable, there is a kind of knowledge out there, we say, wow, how interesting it is. We can
Hmm.
use it. I mean, 4 years ago, I didn't know compound effect. And then I
Hmm.
um, became familiar with Darren Hardy. Have you watched his
Hmm.
seminars?
Unfortunately.
Darren Hardy is one of the best. I really love him. And he taught me by his videos how to be more patient.
Hmm.
The things schools were supposed to teach me, but books taught me. And they're so cruel, I guess.
Hmm. Hmm.
Students,
Hmm.
I guess we are doing bad things to students. You know, Meysam,
Mm-hmm.
students at schools should be taught not bullshit. They should be taught useful things for their future. I mean, how to
Mm-hmm.
communicate, how to love other people. They are just being taught by the formulas, a lot of mathematical bullshits they don't know how to use in their lives. And
Mm-hmm.
they really need books and freedom, as you said.
I see. I see. Nice, nice approach actually. But of course, it is. We don't have any definite answer for these questions. Of course, when we are talking about freedom, or let's say free speech, we have to underline the concept of censorship. Uh, if if everybody is free, so why people are being censored by the government, by some organizations, this and that? I mean, why there should be the concept of censorship, censoring? Why?
It's a very dangerous question.
I'm not just talking about Iran. Don't get me wrong. I talk in general. You know
Okay,
what I do on my lives, or let's say my actual classes, I
right,
avoid political, religious,
right,
and racist topics.
right.
These are
Okay,
problematic. I
yeah,
put myself out of, as you said, the boxes, or let's say circles.
yeah.
I'm not talking about Iran. I talk in general. And I think
You,
censorship is everywhere. It is not just
yeah.
in Iran.
You know, if we go
Mm-hmm.
steps back, I mean, seeing the layers of censorship, we see the why, we see the meanings, why the governments have censored people from some uh, truths, they say, you know, not
Mm-hmm.
realities, truths. You know, truths should be vivid to everyone because we're a human being and we have the right to know what the truth is. And
Mm-hmm.
um, I believe that censorship is because one of the reasons is not to decluster the people, not to decluster
Mm-hmm.
the concentrations, because
Mm-hmm.
governments are doing and forcing everything and using all their power to cluster people, to gather people, to accumulate people. And one truth that they don't like will decluster the crowd, will decluster a lot of things. For example, if you remember a couple of it was 2 years ago, Telegram was filtered, right?
Sorry, 2 years
It was
ago
it was 2 years ago that Telegram was filtered, right?
in Iran,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe it was last year or 2 years ago, but um, the reason was obvious
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because of declustering people, and you know
Mm-hmm.
they didn't want to deter people from the main objects.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I see.
Yeah. Exactly. MSLHKPGN. That's right.
Yes,
They
he's
want to
my
control
colleague,
over
Teacher
people.
Salih. Yeah,
Oh,
I am reading Salih your comments actually. But of course, I never interrupt my guests because they are speaking. Uh, I don't do that.
thank you.
I rarely do that. Yeah. Of course, you're totally correct, man. But the challenging question is this: how can, as you said, the crowd, or let's say the citizens, people, uh, I mean, what should they do to raise their awareness so that they won't buy the stories that the governments actually are telling to them?
Right.
What do you think
Very
about it?
good question. I
Hmm.
loved your question because
Thank you.
the life is all about awareness. Life all
Sure.
starts with awareness, you know. The first
Hmm.
step of self-actualization, the final step of
Hmm.
that pyramid is self-awareness.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
I, I guess that what we do wrong in most of the societies is that we encourage people to become aware of the government, they shouldn't be aware. I mean, Iranian people first should be, I mean, I'm talking in national scale first. Iranian people should be first self-aware, become self-aware of who they are. I mean, ask one person, just one teenager, who you are. He doesn't know the answer. He doesn't know he's wise. He doesn't know why he's living. I mean, minority of people know what they are doing in their lives, let alone the awareness of the government. I guess the change to become aware of the surrounding and the government stuff is first to know yourself better.
Nice. How?
A good question. By T-chart. You know your positive things, you know your negative things, then you know, practice more on your positive things, and then you try to omit those negative parts, negative traits, bad traits from you, and then you focus more on your positive, and then you become aware of who you are. And you know, when people are aware of who they are, they know who to choose as their governor. They know who to choose as a, you know, any person,
President.
you know, president.
Authority, yes.
There was a lyric in one of the songs of هیچکس song. He said, in Farsi, he said, موقعی که خودتو بشناسی, when you know yourself better, موقعی که خودتو بهتر بشناسی, میفهمی دوست و دشمنت کیه. You know who your friend and who your enemy is.
Nice. Wise. Quite wise, yeah. Wise quotation. Definitely correct. But don't you think that people need to read more? Do you think that reading can help?
I have another question. Why can't it? If the Amit book, it's like food. I mean, why people only focus on their stomach?
Because it's very important.
Yeah, they should focus on the upper parts too.
Exactly. Yeah. We have to feed our brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely correct. Definitely correct.
One thing which is important, and I want to tell the dear followers about reading, is that don't read everything. Don't read about cooking, sewing, how to repair microwave, or how to repair, I don't know, clock or anything. Read the things that is necessary and in parallel with your objectives in your life. And each one should read different. And that makes a rainbow.
Teacher Sally says that reading plus questioning. I like that.
Exactly. Critical thinking.
Yes. Critical thinking. Yes. Exactly. Nice. Nice approach. But okay, as you said, you know, only a minority of people just do that. Maybe.
Yeah. And they become the icons. Those minorities.
Yeah.
Rejecting what is given and unearthing what is hidden. Oh, nice sentence. I loved it. MSLH. What is his name?
Salih. Teacher Salih.
Teacher Salih. Big thumbs up, man. Big thumbs up.
Of course, definitely, yeah. Do you have any questions related to this, or maybe some other stuff?
Yeah,
because we have got only let's say 10 minutes. Let's
of course
take advantage of these 10 minutes.
Why not? Meysam, I always ask one question from everyone, and that is, what is your mission? What is your mission in life? I mean, what is your final goal?
How can I explain it in 10 minutes?
No,
it takes just like 10 years to talk.
Just one sentence. What is the value you want to achieve, or I don't know, the service you want to share to other people?
You know, all I want is after I die, I want people to tell good things behind me. That is it.
Wow.
One sentence.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. That was inspirational.
What about you? What about you?
Love.
Love?
Yeah. My final mission in life is to spread love, share love to everyone. I like to be like Sun, you know, Sun is my inspiration. You know, Sun says, shine on others and don't expect from others to shine back. And I believe that
Really?
in this dark society that we are facing a lot of problems, we are facing with a lot of haters, trolls on Instagram, on outer world.
Mhm.
We need more love. We need more smile on the faces, more, you know, passionate people, compassionate
Positivity.
people,
Yeah.
positivity, yeah, energy, yeah. You know, a lot of people say that when we talk about mission, it's all about money and stuff. Yeah, money is the tool, is okay, but what about after that? What about after
Mhm.
that you have a lot of money?
Yeah. Good question.
Meysam, I enjoyed your question. They were perfect. On a scale
Really?
of 1 to 10, I give them 7 because these are some questions that not a lot of people ask.
Yeah. Not just ask, but also they do not actually think about.
Think
They don't
about
want to think
exactly.
about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Actually, I have a lot of questions, but let's do it later because we have like limited
of
time. I
course.
don't want to waste these questions. But of course, we can just talk about, around this topic as we talked about, the purpose of life or yeah. Right now, we are talking about the purpose of life, right?
Right.
Uh, yeah, it is so challenging, as I mentioned. Uh, really challenging. Yeah, it is uh, difficult to explain uh, because every single person has a purpose, of course, uh, has a goal to reach, to achieve, right? And because of that, people are killing themselves. Maybe they are, how can I say, they do their best to attain, to achieve those goals, right? Uh, as you said, okay, then what? Let's say you reached your goal or goals, then what? Nice question. Nice question. I think there is no limits for visualizing, imagining, our goals and our purposes. But I think there should be one main reason that uh, can keep us alive in this world. Yeah, I have to repeat. I only want to see. Of course, I cannot see it. Maybe I don't know. After I die, people tell positive things about me, or let's say behind me, or whatever. That is it. That is it. When they come across with my picture, my name, my, let's say, piece of work, blah blah blah, they just talk about the positive stuff. I want them to know me as a positive person, as an uh, how can I say, um, influential person, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
that is
you
it.
want to leave tracks.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
leave tracks. Yeah.
Hmm, hmm.
I mean, uh, there was once I saw a video on YouTube. I really loved it. That was one of my best videos I ever watched. He said,
Hmm.
"Do you know where is the richest place in the world. It's not in New York. The richest place on earth is not in Dubai. It's not in Las Vegas.
It is in Iran.
No, it's the cemetery. You know why? Because in the cemetery,
Who
you
was
see.
that? Who was that? I like that.
He was. I will
Okay,
DM
don't
it
kill
later. Yeah.
Of course, please do. Please do.
The richest place on earth is the cemetery, because in the cemetery you see songs never sang, you see books never written, you see buildings never built, you see a lot of people having lots of dreams never, done in their lives. And the biggest regret is not, the things you did. The biggest regret in life is when you are breathing your last breath and you tell yourself, "Oh, I could have done that, but I didn't." That is the biggest regret. I don't want to face that moment. I want to do my best.
You want or you don't want? You want to face?
No, I don't want to face that regression.
You don't want? Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Nice.
We have to, face our fears. In most cases in the past, I was like, wow, I'm afraid, I have to just give up. And I say, but right now I see fear, yeah, very dangerous, very like a zombie. But when you overcome that fear, you say, wow, whatever. A lot of results have been achieved after that fear. For example, right now, I had a fear before coming to this live. I said, wow, it's fearful to go to the live right now. And I went, hey, it's easy. Guys, it's easy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
and then you
scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Meysam is a kind guy. He's a good guy.
Thank
Hello,
you very much.
everyone.
Likewise.
Hello, everyone.
Likewise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, mostly, of course, some of them are my followers. Some of them are, of course, your followers. Yeah. We say hello to everybody.
Yeah.
Who are tolerating us, I have to talk cliche. Who are tolerating us, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I'm seriously
sending,
enjoying.
love.
I'm seriously
Exactly.
enjoying.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, your approaches are really cool, to be honest. Yeah. At least, I only look for those moments from anyone, not just from teachers, from the followers, from, of course, from you, from others, that I might hear a sentence that can poke my head, and I can consider some other stuff too. That is why I am actually asking such questions. Maybe some people can misunderstand me. Oh, Meysam is, asking this question to be like cool. No, no, no. Of course not. No. I'm a big fan of discussion. We are discussing. We are exchanging our knowledge, right? So that I think it can be effective for both of us, right? Because we're just talking and exchanging the ideas. Every grave has a story like us. Nice. Today is a big day then. We have 30 seconds, teacher. I don't have your voice. I have you're farewelling, right? Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. See you next time. Hello.